Hello everyone, welcome to the Life's Good. My name is AJ, I live in the northeast of England. This is my channel. I've just been in the pub under the stairs and got myself a cheeky little IPA. It's lovely. This is one I made about a month ago I think, and it's been absolutely fabulous drinking this over Christmas. Cheers. Right, we're not here to discuss the beer. If you are like us and you've got a bit of food left over from your Christmas dinner, a few bits and pieces maybe, we certainly have a piece of turkey left here, quite a lot of turkey on this, and there are so many recipes as to what you can do with your leftover meat and vegetables and all sorts of things. Bubble and squeak's a good one, curry is another one, turkey sandwiches, oh, the list is endless. Well, I've got a little recipe I'm going to put together today using up our leftover turkey and a few other bits and pieces to make a sort of turkey chili, if you like to call it that, which is lovely with pasta, rice, vegetables. Serve it with what you like, just on its own with some crusty bread or a naan bread or something of that nature. But this is a little recipe you can put together using up some of that leftover turkey. So stick around, have a look and see what I'm doing to make my little turkey chili. I'll just quickly go through what I'm using to make this sort of leftover turkey chili, as I call it. The meat, obviously, this is turkey. I've got about 350 grams thereabouts. Obviously, if you're feeding 4 people, you need more meat. There's just Cheryl and I tonight, so we just need enough for 2. But there's about 350 grams of diced turkey meat. That has been pre-cooked. That is part of our turkey from Christmas Day. In addition, I've got a diced green pepper, a diced medium white onion, some diced carrot, a diced celery stick. I've got 2 cloves of garlic here, and a green chili. Now then, I know some people don't like the extra chili, so leave it out. I like an extra chili kick in my food, so I'm adding a diced green chili to this as well. Over here we've got 400 millilitres, which is about 3/4 of a pint of chicken stock. We've got a tin of mixed beans. Now you can get these from the store, from the supermarket. There's a mixture of beans in there. It's not just the kidney beans, there's all sorts in here. Now you don't have to add beans if you don't like them, but this is what I find makes this chili. So a mixture of beans. You can use balotti beans, you can use kidney beans, any beans you like. I find these mixed ones ideal. So a tin of beans, and that size tin is 240 grams. I don't know if you can see that on there, guys. Drained weight. Well, you see, there's a thing. There's water in here as well. So just a bog standard tin of beans, okay? Chopped tomatoes. Again, the same sort of size tin, 240 grams. And they do say that's drained weight, so it's a 400 gram tin with the liquid, same as the beans, 400 gram tin with the liquid, but you drain that water off. You don't put the liquid from the beans in your chili, you drain it. So you put it through a sieve or a colander and get the beans out of the water. So beans, tomatoes, we've got some pepper, some salt, paprika. This adds a certain smokiness. Now, some people like to add a bit of chorizo sausage to this recipe, I'm sure. Chorizo will add a certain smokiness and a sort of a bacon addition to the overall flavour. But I'm using a tablespoon of paprika and a teaspoon or so of mixed herbs. Although if you were to use some fresh herbs, I would recommend using coriander, possibly some parsley as well, but they're great to add at the end and sprinkle over the top. So some chopped coriander sprinkled over the top would be nice. So there we go. We've got your meat, various vegetables, your stock, your mixed beans, tomatoes, seasoning, paprika, herbs, a chili and some garlic. And basically we're going to be throwing all this into the pan and cooking it up as a one-pot meal. Here we go. I've got about 3 or 4 tablespoons of oil in the pan, and I've warmed those up on a medium heat. And I'm now going to add the 4 vegetables for this, in so much as the carrot, the onion, the green pepper and the celery. I'm going to put all of that in there and start frying that off. Well, this has been frying for about 5 to 8 minutes now, probably approaching 10 actually, and everything's starting to soften a little bit. Now you have to stir it frequently because you don't want any of this sticking to the bottom of the pan and searing off. You just want it to fry off and go soft. And what I'm going to do now is add the garlic and the chili. Now that is my 2 cloves of garlic, and I have finely diced them, as you can see. And here we have the green chili, again finely diced, and I have left the seeds in. It's not a particularly hot chili, this one, but the seeds, if you leave them in, will give it that chili kick. If you don't like that, you can always remove the seeds and just dice the green flesh, or omit the chili altogether. It's entirely up to you. So all I'm going to do now is to, using the back of the knife, not the blade, because you will blunt it, use the back of the knife, scrape everything off of the chopping board and into the pan. And we'll give that a stir and fry that for a few more minutes. So I've been frying this off for a further 3 minutes, and I'm going to add about a teaspoon of salt, approximately 1 teaspoon of freshly ground pepper, and a tablespoon, roughly, slightly heaped tablespoon of paprika. Mix that all in there. And the paprika will start to absorb the oil. The vegetables would have absorbed some of the oil. So this will start to go a bit sticky now. And you just want to keep that heat going. Not too hot, it's on a medium heat, don't forget. Just keep working that together and allow all those flavours now to come together. You want to do this for about 1 minute to 2 minutes. And then you want to be adding your tomatoes. So 1 tin of chopped tomatoes. Stir that together, and you want to heat that through. Now the tomatoes are cold, so they're going to chill this down a bit. This will stop sizzling now. Everything's going to calm down. I'm going to mix all that together. And now you need to add about a teaspoon to 2 teaspoons of the mixed herbs. Just pop those in there. Just mix all that in. This has just come back up to heat. I'm now going to add the beans. Now, I have drained them. They're in the colander here. As you can see, there's a mixture of beans in there. It's just a simple tin of mixed beans from the local store. I've drained the water from them and I'm going to be adding those now to that mixture. I now need to add the stock and then of course the turkey. But what I was going to show you was in the tin of tomatoes, there's quite a lot of tomato juice left in there. So now that I'm adding the stock, what I'm going to do is take some of the stock and put it in the tin and give it a bit of a rinse around and get all that extra tomato from the tin so we don't waste it, and put that in so that we've rinsed the can out with the stock. And the rest of the stock can now go in. Give that a stir. And it's going to start coming back up to heat now. And we can add our turkey. As I said, about 350 grams of pre-cooked turkey, diced into chunks. I've removed the skin, I've removed bits of bone and odds and ends. It's just the flesh, and I'm now going to pop all of that in there. We need to simmer this now for about 30 to 45 minutes on a medium heat. You could put the lid on and put the heat down low if you wanted. But just to cook this all through, make sure everything is cooked and softened and all those flavours have come together. And that basically is it. And there you go. AJ's leftover turkey chili. And I've served this with rice that I've added onion, mushroom and peas to. It's slightly pilau, but not quite. And we found a couple of naan breads in the freezer, Peshwari naans, and we put those on the side. And this is fabulous. Absolutely brilliant way to use leftover meat from your Christmas dinner. While I'm canny served, I'm going to be sitting down and enjoying my supper with a pint of homemade IPA and enjoying the rest of my evening. Well, I hope you found this interesting and I hope you found it useful. Please, if you haven't already, in the corner there's a little button. You can hit that and subscribe to my channel. And whatever you're doing, you look after each other, you take care, you be safe, and please come back and see us soon. We do all sorts here in the Life's Good. Gardening, cooking, all. Beer making, wine making, you name it. We do it all. So, come back and see us soon, and we'll be glad to see you. You take care of yourselves. Bye bye for now.